G'day folks, it's Ben here from Catch Pro in Australia. Now today I want to give you an updated video of my experiences with both of these machines. As you know, I've done reviews on both of these machines and first thoughts previously, which you can go back and look at if you haven't seen them. This V Ride is my machine, I own this. This KG here is more of a test demo unit for the Australian market to see how they're going to fly. But what I wanted to do is to show you some features of the machines, pretty much tell you what I like about them, and just my overall experiences. So first up on the V Ride, guys. Now I personally don't really have anything bad to say about this machine. Like, it's been an excellent machine. This is the Scag V Ride with the 48-inch deck. Rather than really sort of focus on anything, like there really isn't anything that I actually dislike about this machine, but what I want to talk to you about is why I think the machine is so great, like more of the positive features. So really it all starts in the operator's platform section. So you can see down here we have a really nice platform with springs, and it does have some spongy little dampeners underneath. But essentially, as an operator, you've got tons of room back here, and you can see it's got a really good dampening system. So when I'm flying along these bumpy paddocks, my body is just not taking any of the strain or anything like that at all. Like, it's very comfortable. Your hand controls are also very comfy. They're pretty stiff compared to some other brands. You know, like you have to really sort of be engaged, but you know that's much of a muchness. The only thing that I don't like as much is having a lot of your controls underneath the handles. It's still not a game changer though. It's still a really, I mean, you don't use any of this stuff while you're operating. So, but guys, after owning this V Ride, I've really come to appreciate the build quality that Scag has. I mean, you would see, if you have a look at some of our other videos, you would see that I have treated this machine pretty rough. I do all my maintenance and stuff like that. Do all my oils, blades, belts, greasing, all of that stuff regularly, but it does get treated pretty harsh, you know, doing monos and stuff. But the deck, guys, this deck is really solid. You can see where I have hit a few different things, and I mean, I'm pretty confident that even after 10 years of mowing, this machine is going to hold up excellent. So the build quality is just really great. Now, also the hydros, this is running a 12cc pump and wheel motor system. I can't show you now, but when you go to take off, because it's got charge pumps on the hydros, they don't need to, like, they are instant responsive. So when you're actually driving this machine, although you're not using it wide open all the time, if you want to use it wide open, you can just get from A to B super quick. It's a very comfortable machine and very responsive machine, very productive machine. So yeah, I mean, the only other thing that is, you know, and you guys know about my back injury, is that I do find the deck is kind of heavy. A lot of the time when I am actually operating the deck, I do stand off the machine just so that I can be a little bit more firm. That's just me with my back. All you other strong operators out there won't have a drama dropping or lowering this. But overall, fantastic machine. I'd really love to get the opportunity to use the 61 inch, just because I can only imagine how productive that machine would be. So we've got a few things on here. the advanced chute system, which we love. If you want to take a look under there, we're running X blades on this. We do tons of catching, so we've got our Catch Pro bracket on here. But yeah, overall, fantastic machine, really great build quality. Scag's a really good company as well. They know exactly what they're doing. They've been building awesome mowers for 40 years or whatever it is. So here we have the KG. This is the King of Grass stand-on mower by Spartan. This unit was given to me for us to test in Australian conditions because we are typically cutting a little bit lower. The terrain is a little bit more bumpy, and so all you guys over there in America, you guys have that awesome flat, nice green conditions. So it's given to me to see how this would hold up. Now, we've had heaps of rain here, so the machine's filthy dirty. Been using this machine since I got it. When you first look at it, it looks really impressive. So the first thing that you think is this thing better perform. So I'm here to tell you that this machine has stood up to everything that we put it through. We do only have about 30 or so cutting hours on it, but also because the machine is so productive, I'm getting through all of my work so much quicker. That's sort of been reflected in the amount of hours that we have on it. So out of both of these machines, I don't necessarily have a favorite, and I can't really tell you which one is the best or which one to go and get. I do really firmly believe that any operator out there would definitely be happy with either of these mowers, and that would be great for their businesses. But I do want to touch on a few features here. So I'm unsure exactly what features are going to come out standard with the machine, but if you buy one of these, get these. These are really awesome. When you're like unloading on your trailer, or if you're driving over any sort of bumpy terrain, if you're really moving, these really make the ride beautiful. I said this at the start, I was a little skeptical. I thought that if you're going over bumpy terrain, it might be bottoming out and you might scalp, but I haven't experienced any of that. So that is one thing. I just really love how Spartan have done that, and I really think all machines should have it. Any machine that goes over or is in the vicinity of like around 19 kilometers an hour, which might be 10, 11, 12 miles, whatever it is. Any machines that travel on that speed, I reckon should have something like this because it just makes it awesome for the operator. So I love how they've done that. Now, awesome big beefy deck. I think the biggest upgrade on this machine to most other stand-ons is probably this height adjusting system. So what this has around here is a foot pedal, and it just removes all of the other handles it removes one extra handle from around here. So you'll simply have a look at your selection dial here, and it starts from 1.5 inches all the way up to transport mode, which I assume is around 5 inches, maybe 4 3/4. You just simply, it's magnetic. You just simply choose your level and let your foot off the deck. When it's a bit dirty like this, it's a bit sticky, you just have to go like that, drop the deck, and then you're away. One of the biggest positives about this system is that the operator, if we're going down into a ditch, or if we have a little obstacle, like a little rock that we don't want to run over, you could be mowing and you can float up over that obstacle, drop it down without really stopping the machine. On most traditional standards, you would have a handle which you would have to take your hands away from, where you'd operate with one hand, and you'd float over that obstacle, which I just think this is a better system. So, okay, so with the platform, guys, I don't find it to be as nice as the Scag. It's still a nice platform. It still has a ton of give. I just find the Scag to be a little nicer, honestly, in that sense. So, also the pad, guys. The pad is it's really, really nice and soft on your knees. I heard that the Scag pad, I've heard some people say that it's, you know, like really nice and soft as well. I do think that this one is a bit nicer on your knees. I don't think that there's actually anything wrong with the Scag one, but this is just a tiny little bit nicer. So we've got dual fuel tanks on here, which is pretty awesome. That adds stability to the machine. The machine does very well on slopes. We come and have a look at the operator area. So what I do like is that everything is over here away from underneath all of your controls, which just makes it really easy. You know, if you need to choke it first thing in the morning, everything's out of the way. You're not really going like this. I really like that. The cup holder, you guys know how I feel about cup holders. They this one is okay. These ones are just pathetic. So now the keypad, I love the features of the keypad. We got here, assuming that's supposed to be the time, you've got your engine hours, your cutting hours, and then you've got your service intervals and a bunch of other stuff here. I do think sometimes, I do feel sometimes like I would rather just jump on the machine and just turn a key, but it's still a pretty nice feature to have, and a nice secure feature, because no one's really going to be able to just roll up and start this machine. You will need a code to start the machine, and if you don't have that, she ain't going to go. Okay, so while we're up here on the tower, what I will point out, guys, is that this handle, both of the handles really, they got damaged in freight. The container got dropped. So just want to point out that this damage is not from the 30 hours that we've put on it. It was thrashed out like that when we got it. Look, with this machine, guys, with the display panel, the seat, and the shocks on the front forks, I really think this is going to be a great contender in the market. They're starting to roll out now in America. At the time of this video, it's like just rolling into spring there, and they're all getting ready to go. So there'll be some more stuff happening. Now, I will show you that, you know, and we don't know if Spartan are going to make these adjustments. This is my feedback. I've put another hole here in the tower. This is an adjustable handle, so that when you're in tight areas or cumbersome areas, the machine, you just have a little bit more control over it. I found the machine went a little bit faster when you pop an extra hole in, and what that does is it allows the handles to go full without bottoming out, and the machine goes a lot faster that way. So we'll see what they end up doing with this. So something that's really great on both of these machines is when the handbrake is engaged, it actually locks these handles. Now, the reason why it's really great is, like, if you're stepping off your machine and you're working, you're busy, you've picked up rubbish or whatever it is, you really have to have this handbrake on to keep the machine running. And a lot of the times, with everything going on, you can forget. And if these aren't locked, but the handbrake is on, like on some other brands out there, you end up going like, and the machine kind of half moves, and you end up doing the whole, you know, bunny hop thing. And basically with this system, same with the V Ride there, it just eliminates all of that. So, you know, as soon as you hop on, and then it ends up becoming a bit of a habit that when you hop back on your machine, you know to go like this before you can take off again. So that's my experience with both of these machines. I still ride them both pretty regularly. I do have favorites in like certain conditions, but overall I'd be happy to take any one of these machines out on any given day, and really love what the brands have done. and the features that they've incorporated into both of these mowers. So if you're looking at any of these machines, hope this video has added a little bit of insight, and go and get